Hi, I'm Andy Larsson with Skinner Sights, and I want to talk to you about the Marlin rifles as they're built today by Ruger Firearm Company. We weren't sure what was going to happen with Marlin just a few years ago, but the best case scenario came down the pike, and we got Marlins today made by Ruger, and I can tell you they're some of the best Marlins I've ever seen. I probably have 150 Marlins in my collection, and so I've seen Marlins through the years. I know the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I can tell you that these are amazing rifles. I'm saying that because I really believe it. I've had these guns apart. I've looked through the insides. The machining, the quality of work inside is some of the best we have ever seen, the fitting of parts. That's because at Ruger, when they acquired Marlin, they went back through and they checked every engineering point, scrutinized it down to the slightest little dimension and detail, and these guns are just amazing. They're smooth, the trigger pulls are good, everything about them, the wood to metal finish is really good. The exterior finish is a lot of attention been paid to that, and everything about this is a winner. Now, there's been several models made so far. The first one that came out was the SBL. That would be the stainless big loop. This came with the full-length rail, famous from Jurassic Park. It's a 4570. It's got a fiber optic glowing tritium insert front sight and a laminated gray stock. An attractive rifle. It comes in a high gloss finish. That's a very nice rifle. I harvested a deer with this rifle, as a matter of fact, when it first came out. Just worked great. The next gun they came out with was the Trapper. That would be a 16-inch barrel version of the 1895, and it's also in 4570. And I'm proud to say that the Skinner sights are furnished on it from the factory as you get it. It has our Bear Buster solid steel white stripe front sight and this indestructible stainless steel PEEP rear sight. To the best of my knowledge, these are the only stainless steel rear sights, PEEP sights in the world come from Skinner sights. Great gun, very similar to the SBL, but a little shorter, more compact package. Next up, they brought out a blued version of that SBL in a GBL. Doesn't have the rail on top, but it's a blued steel version that looks a lot like this, except with a big loop. This is the 336. The 336 is one of Marlin's long-standing deer gun that you'll see in the woods and on the prairie anywhere across America and around the world. Beautiful walnut stocks on these. The blue finish is nicely done. Again, the fit and the finish is good. And the internals, the smoothness of function, I just see that it is not rivaled by anything that Marlin's made in the past. I know there's a lot of people say, well, JM Marlin or nothing. Look at one of these Ruger Marlins. Easy to tell because they've added the red bullseye center to the bullseye on the bottom of the stock. That's an iconic Ruger symbol with the red coloring. And just Marlin is really knocking it out of the park with this 336 in 3030. How about the 44 mag, the 1894? They got right on this, and I'm really surprised they've brought so many models to the market so quickly. But that's a testimony to the dedication of the folks at Ruger, both in marketing, but those guys out in engineering and on the floor, they're just doing a great job. This is the 44 Magnum. I've had one of these since I was a young man. Of Marlin 44 mag, 1894. I've shot a lot of bears, I've shot a lot of deer with it, and to see them keep that alive, and again, in the beauty of the walnut stock, the nice cut checkering, the shape of the forearm isn't obtrusive. It's just a really clean, really sleek rifle, just what you could want to go out into the woods with. And that 44 mag, it punches hard. It's got a lot of hitting power. You can't go wrong with that. There's a lot of questions about what will they bring out next. I don't know what that's going to be personally, but I know that everything they brought out so far has just been top notch, and we look forward to the next model as it releases. Please give them time. And you wonder where they are in your gun store shelves. They're making all of them they can make. Production capacity is rolling. They're shipping them regularly to the distributors. They just show up sporadically. If you want one, go down to your local gun shop and say, I want this model Marlin, put it on the list with your distributor, and please get it in, when it becomes available. Eventually it'll happen and you'll be better off that it did. Try out one of the new Marlins by Ruger. Can't go wrong.